7, an MSL record of 8-2. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Highly anticipated matchup. I'm going to shoot it over to Stadler and Charlie Trav. How do you guys feel? Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I think this is a highly anticipated matchup. It's the last one of the regular season before we get to the playoff push. This is a big game for them to take momentum into the playoffs. You need to play strong here and come out strong. Trav, what about you?
You know, as Brian said, it's the last game before the playoffs. It's going to be a big game for both teams. Obviously, it's going to be a four-quarter war between both teams. Barrington's going to come out swinging, but first, hopefully, Prospect had a good defense, but hopefully Barrington can show off their stronger offense. Absolutely. So ready for tip-off. Layup's good. And a bear. Really beautiful drive back there, right there. Absolutely. I think we talked a little earlier about Adam Bear and the season that he's had. And Stanley, easily the highest praise. So it'll be a travel on the prospect. Broncos ball. Touch on Adam Bear real quick.
Yeah, I think he's very quiet here. He's not just on the basket. He's really consistent, almost consistent at the battle here. He's smart with the basketball. He just doesn't feel very
well. Pass, Adam, Piper, easy layup. Good skills back there, right there. Good court vision. Driving that board, dishing out to Piper right away. This prospect team is they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, the first of the West. Fantastic team. So it'll be passed around. No shot number 3, number 22. Aiden Walter.
Dang! That's what he does right there. Count them up 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic shot. That'll be a honor for Walter. So far, even skill, offensive efficiency by both teams. That'll be a pass. Bear again, looking, driving. On bounds. Able to work free throw. There. 13 to 4 shot. Nice. Bear knocked down his free Gray knocks that down. Gray's such an athlete. Either playing two sports, it's 8 years old. Soccer and basketball, and they're both at fairly high competitive levels. Athlete and athletics. Gray, sophomore, is one of the best young prospects this Barrington team has had last couple of years. Exciting player to watch. It's a varsity player. Sophomore prospect trying to get that board, come down, rebound again. He'll get it. Prospect, pass around. Wide open three. Number 20 won't go. Prospect, they keep getting the rebounds. No points yet though. Back to number 20 at the top of the key. Prospect. Manager 20 turbines. Somebody anything. Had several chances. Pretty wide open shots at the end. Prospect. Ricky. Jarring. Prospect. 13. 3. 3. Up. Oh, go.
Big foul call right there.
I believe it's on 24. Nick Piper.
Foul on Alex Schmitz as well.
What were we just saying about Adam Baird? I mean, absolutely amazing 6 points so far in this first period.
Exactly. It's quiet points. Nothing flashy. No big three balls. It's down there. It scores pretty efficient.
Absolutely. So Prospect was retaliating. Down 5. Prospect. Almost a wide open 3 right there. Getting David. 22 for Prospect. Looking anything. Back up to number 11. Ryan lifting. Somebody 22 is sitting with the rest. Looking. Big man in the center. Block call. Adam Baird. Adam Baird kind of got his head down. So I thought we were going to you think about that?
They're not losing that.
I can't disagree with him, honestly. Adam looked like he planted just standing there. I don't know how to call it. It's a very chart. Senior center knocks out his first free throw. There's center. Take his time. His free throw. Shot was not right out of him. The Broncos lead 13-10. T-Pass. Boxed out. I mean, the size of Rodgers. He just can't get around him. Out of Baird. Out of Baird making moves with him. Texas sportsmanship right there. Not sure if it's Minus 3. Rebounded by T-Pass. Up again. Whistle blow.
They look like it from here, but refs saw something else.
Dribbling up to the top, looking to make something happen, looking for someone to get open. Dishes it off to Piper. Piper looking to make something happen.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in the period.
Broncos have a 1-point lead. No pressure at all.
Looks like you're going to hold here for the last shot.
ENT pass, just taking his time. Relaxed.
Looking to run out the clock. Pretty obviously.
T-pad, Piper.
Nope, Piper
for the hoop.
Trying
Trying to get some final points on the board before the end of the period.
Oh, Oliver
three.
Gray on the ground.
And a deep three that will not go
the
in.
thing. End of the first period, Broncos lead 19-16. Excellent start by the Broncos. However, I mean, we have to say the Prospect Knights, they've done a pretty excellent job. I mean, it's been fairly even matchup. Obviously, mostly offensive dominated on both sides. Not a whole lot done on either side's defense. No steals. A couple blocks on Barrington's side. But, I mean, overall, what would you say?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. Overall, it's been a pretty good quarter. It's been some fun basketball to watch. Not much defense, as you pointed out here. It was 19-16. Some high scoring right here, but I think overall, Barrington, they're in a good spot. They got a 3-point lead here. Just keep playing your brand of basketball. Keep establishing the three. Play good defense, and the game will run itself out. Essentially, if you don't make the mistakes, you can't lose a game. Trav, what do you think?
Absolutely, and I think it's a great time to look at Stadler's impact players of the game. Stadler, Trav, let's go over these.
Yeah, for Barrington, my impact player, Nick Piper. I've said it all year long. He's a great player. He's an athletic player. He just knows what to do and when to do it. Quarterback and point guard, he can facilitate the floor. Strong on defense, better on offense, And Ben Schneider for Prospect. We haven't seen him check into the game here, but he's an impact player. He's crafty all along the court. He's quick. He's agile. He can distribute and score at all three levels. He knows what to do with the ball. When he gets in, he'll show you what he really can do.
Couldn't agree more with you, Stadler. I think this is going to be a defensively won game with two powerhouse offenses such as Prospect and Barrington. You can't solely rely on just scoring. You have to rely on trying to prevent the other team from scoring as well.
Yeah, Trap, that's kind of the point of most basketball games. Thank you for describing the game. Adam Baird looking to start this. Oh, and just missed at the steal. Adam recovers it. T-pass. Oh, blocked. It's taken away.
They foul on, I think it's Adam Baird here. Yeah, they're going to call reaching on him. Beautiful dribble, though. A great pass. T-pass just got blocked at the rim. Unlucky. As Adam will sub out here for Gabe Geiken.
Gabe Geiken. We've talked about him a lot in the past. Quiet presence, very similar to Adam Baird. Quiet presence, but honestly, one of the best defensive players on this Barrington team. But he gets his shots up. When he gets open, he gets a solid three. Hey, three's going to put up three. You know what I mean?
You say quiet presence, but the man has a 5 o'clock shadow coming in, and he's only a senior in high school. Kind of hard to have a quiet presence on the court when you look like a grown man.
That was Charlie Trapp on that call, as the Prospect Knights will put up two. Piper to Alex Schmitz. Schmitz, T-pads, looking for anybody open. Gabe, kind of on the smaller side for this matchup, is Prospect Knights have a lot of size on him. Piper driving to the basket. Piper, nothing open. Back out to Oliver Gray, nearly missed.
Oliver Gray making something happen here. Playmaker as always.
Great shot won't go. Gabe did not take that shot that he had. Piper up, won't go. Rebounded by the Prospect Knights.
Number 30, Brian.
Excellent defense by Prospect on that. Prospect wide open three, number 11. Dang. Number 11, Ryan Lifton.
That was quite a deep three from the IHSA logo.
Barrington looking to make something happen here on offense. Not scored a basket yet this quarter.
T-Paz missed that easy layup right there. It'll be stolen. Knocked down is Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray goes down hard and gets checked on the way up. Hopefully he's all right.
Number
11, Brian Lifton, having an electric couple of minutes.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think it's important to say Prospect's a good team, even though, you know, I mean, 22-7 for Prospect. The Broncos are 18-5. Say what you will about these two teams, but this might be the most even matchup that we've seen so far this year for the Broncos. 8-2 in the MSL for Prospect, 10-2 for the Broncos. I don't know. You guys comment about that. It just seems like a matchup made in heaven.
Yeah, you know, I think this is a Prospect team that can't be underestimated. You know, record obviously on paper looks good, but that can underestimated and not think that, you know, they're as good as they might look. But this Prospect team, they come out firing to start the second quarter. Barrington needs to figure it out real quick. You know, back-to-back big threes from Ryan Lifton. They got to figure something out. They got to score some points and play some defense. Trev, what do you think?
There's one thing I know about the Prospect Knights is they cannot last 4 quarters. So hopefully
big football player
Barrington Broncos
talking about that
can figure something out to last a little bit longer.
Gabe Geiken out center court. Geiken, quiet presence, but looking for anybody open. Connor Baird will be in the game, the senior, number 33. Adam Baird's brother, this will be Bruce LeBlanc, will also enter the game, number 32.
Two brothers.
Switching out a bunch of players right now. Adam Baird's out. Alex Schmitz is out as well.
You got two brothers on the court. Well, Adam just subbed off, but Connor Baird comes on. Very similar to his brother Adam. Very quiet presence on the court. You know, less of a scorer, more of a assist. He can get boards, he can get steals. Definitely makes those assists when he needs to.
Absolutely, and Bruce LeBlanc will nail his first free throw attempt. Broncos trail by 4. LeBlanc will nail his second one, and now they only trail by 3. Prospect much more aggressive this quarter, and I think the reason why they may have taken out some of their starters, Barrington, is they're probably tired. I mean, T-Pat,
Another 3 from Lifton.
Baird, and Schmitz, 2 amazing defensive players.
I like to play from Barrington though. Taking out your starters early, definitely thinking of the longevity game.
Absolutely, something that they don't usually do. They tend to run their starters through almost the entire game, but some of those games have been a little bit lighter than this one.
I think Coach realizes that this is a equally matched team who's definitely going to be putting up a fight. So we're going to have our star players fully energized in the fourth quarter.
Stolen by Prospect.
Maybe a jump ball in favor of the Knights.
Prospect takes it out fast. So far, I mean, the name of Prospect's game has been aggression, and that'll be 11 again. He won't go. Rebounded, though, by Prospect. Stolen by Pipert. The only thing that I got to say Broncos have struggled at is kind of their speed and their efficiency getting out of their defense. That'll be Pipert.
Called and one for Nick Pipert. Great push at the hoop there. Figuring his way around 3.
I'm talking about aggression. He goes and does that, but
perfect.
That's what we're looking for at a basketball player.
Broncos now only trail by 1.
You want to talk about a multi-sport athlete? Go ahead and look at Nick Pipert. You know, starting quarterback of the Barrington Broncos, leading them to a 9-0 regular season. Absolutely amazing performances as well on the field. You know, not just being carried by his star running back Dylan Fitzpatrick, actually throwing for, I think, a little over 1,000 yards.
Piper will just miss his free throw. Broncos trail 23 to the Knights 24 with 4.5 minutes remaining and make that 26 for Prospect.
Nick Piper looked to slow things down. I like what he's thinking.
3-point lead here for the Knights.
Oliver Gray. So far, a pretty good night. 7 points, but will give up another steal to number 2, Jerry Drucker.
Nick Piper trying to slow the game down, and Oliver Gray
number 3 wide open. Not take that shot to the big man. He'll lay down there.
Oliver Gray very, very frustrated with himself. I think he
Brian
just needs
Cantieri.
to relax a little bit, take some advice from Nick Piper, who's definitely trying to slow this game down. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Plenty of game left. Don't know why Oliver Gray is being so tough on himself
Bruce
this early
LeBlanc
in the
for
game.
3. Bang!
What a shot by Bruce LeBlanc. Bench player comes off the bench, immediate impact. So far, 5 points this game.
It's a big 3 for Barrington right there. That's how you can get momentum started. One shot like that and the game can flip.
Prospect frustrated at their lack of movement. Number 3, Frankie Pajari.
For 3.
Big 3. Nice lead.
Frankie Pajari fired up about that one.
31 to Broncos 26. That'll be a timeout. Or substitution, I'm sorry, by Prospects.
Oliver Gray coming off the court. I think a good decision by the coach there. He was definitely being very hard on himself for no reason. Very early in the game. I think he's just taking the game a little too serious. He needs to settle down a little bit. Slow the game down. ENT pass. Back to Nick Piper. Back to Gabe. Dish it down to Bruce LeBlanc. Throws it to Ian, who gets stolen by Rogers.
Rogers, big presence, even though he's been in the game so little. Defensively, very efficient, and offensively efficient.
Definitely scary when a big man can move that fast.
Step back 3, and Alex Schmitz would just miss him.
Oh, my.
Oh, stayed in bounds, kept in bounds by Ian T-Paz, but
I mean, what kind of shot are we looking at right there? It's hitting anything but the rim.
lost Alex Schmitz there for a second, but completely missed the rim. Gray will check back in. Quick press. Bruce Blanc will come out. Aiken to Nick Piper.
Good to see Oliver back on the court.
Captain of the football team, captain of the basketball team. I mean, floor general, as we call him up here.
Definitely someone to look up
Oliver
to.
Gray, mid-range.
Bang! Definitely something to change his attitude a little bit. He should be happy about that one.
Count
Absolutely.
the basket.
Founded by number 3, Jerry Drucker. Frankie Pashajari. Apologize. Under 2 minutes remaining.
Schmitz for 3. Can't hit it.
In and out.
Rogers.
No points right now. Up and under. Reverse layup.
Ryan lifting a beautiful layup right there. Number 11. 8 points in the game for him.
Up to Nick Piper at the top of the key. Look for something. Back to ENT pass. Back to Nick Piper for 3. Wide open. Foul called on ENT pass.
Aiden Walter, prospect player on that, who gets free throw. 22 on 22 action right there. T-Paz.
Deuce is wild.
Looked to be a little bit of a weaker foul. Not much there. The ref thought it was enough, though.
I see what he saw.
You do?
I saw it from up here.
We must not be watching the same game.
Walter will knock down his first free throw as the substitution. Brian Canty-Terry, number 30, will come in for a shot as Rogers, number 32, the center.
ENT pass with an expletive as he comes off the court. A little frustrated with himself after that foul.
Walter knocks down them both.
I think coach has the same idea for ENT pass as he did for Oliver Gray. Bench him for a little bit, cool him out, get back on the court.
versus LeBlanc. Welcome back. Trying to get open. Alex Schmitz. Oh, just
Through
missed.
the hands of
Gabe
Oliver
will get
Gray.
it. Gabe, Alex Schmitz, LeBlanc, Oliver Gray. Locked down. I mean, this prospect defense has been something else as 30 seconds remain in this half. Nick Piper looking for anything, anybody. Gabe,
To Gabe.
once again, just kind of resetting that.
20 seconds. Going to make something happen
Gabe
before the
dribbles out
half.
of it. Piper, less than 15 seconds remain.
Looking for
10
some help from
seconds
his
remain.
coach. It's going to be double teamed.
Maybe a last-second drive.
Pushing for the rim.
Piper.
Yeah!
Excellent last-second shot by Piper
And
as we
there's
take
the
it to the half. Nice lead. 37 to the Broncos 30. I mean, we have a great game so far. Very competitive, very physical. I mean, what do you guys got to say so far?
You know, I said it at the beginning of the game. It's definitely going to be a one game. Got to make some defensive stops, but got to put points on the board if you want to win, obviously. Kind of how sports work.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. You know, you're down 7.5. You know, you were up at the break. The defense hasn't been great. It's a little lackluster. Haven't been closing out well. Haven't been grabbing the things like that can change the game around real quick. You know, you get a few points, you just got to stop them from getting some points. You're right back in this game. It's a single-digit lead. It's not that safe of a lead. They can.
We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us. Has it been established? I don't know.
I feel like we haven't seen that many 3 points put up, and at least we definitely haven't seen that many be made. We saw a couple put up by Oliver Gray and a couple put up by Alex Schmidt. But we definitely need to get those numbers up. The more shots on goal, the better, obviously.
I mean, on basket.
Called field goal, Sadler.
But yeah, I think the 3 has been somewhat established. You know, Alex Schmidt shot the ball maybe one or two times. No one. Yeah. I don't.
Prepared for the Broncos. It might have been a little out of bounds right there. Adam. Obviously not bad. Stolen prospect. Yeah. Prospect. We can talk about the prospect. Pretty good job at locking up both Alec and Oliver. I'll bring back to that prospect defense. Success. Mid-range shot again. Rebounded by Piper. Oh, kicked out. Prospect Knights. Offense stuff has been very solid tonight. Going back around this Barrington defense. Going back to Jason said about the prospect defense. How they've locked down Oliver Gray. Need to get that through offering. Especially in that second. I would just say Oliver. We saw T-Paz as well. You know, say some things. That'll be a massive flop prospect. Hey, what a shot! Oliver Gray. When I said established already, that is exactly what I'm looking for. We need a lot more of that Oliver Gray. Prospect looking to retaliate. Number 22. Mid-range shot will go. Rebounded by Oliver Gray. Gray charging up the court. Swift. Anything. Piper. Could take a shot here. Decided not to. Back to Adam. There. Movement. Oh, Chris. Won't go.
Oh, foul there.
Oh, foul there.
Two free throws.
Perfect chance for the Broncos to get back in it. I mean, slow start to the second half, but Alex Schmidt has a chance to get some more points. We should state also that Oliver leading the team with 12 points. This prospect of the
Fair enough, you know? Could be perfect.
Some teams are a little nervous when they have the big throw line. Definitely not the Barrington Broncos. This is how absolutely insane to do free throws.
stolen by Gabe Dagan. Back out to Adam. Adam under the legs. Adam. Absolute layup. Beautiful sequence between Adam there. Wide open Liberty. Bounce off. I think I heard the hair coming off the ball. Absolutely nothing.
prospects to take time out here. Strong surge by the Broncos, cutting the lead to 2. We got 5:05 left in the third here.
We're going to take a quick game break. Thank you for joining us thus far. Thank you for understanding a quick technical difficulty. As we're back, ready to go.
You did not miss
5
a
minutes.
single second.
Can't miss a
NFL
single
basketball.
second. Broncos have kind of taken charge of this half, cutting the lead down to just 2 for the Knights as 5 minutes remain in this third quarter.
Yeah, so far the Broncos outscoring the Knights 7-2 in this third quarter here. It's going to be a foul called on the Knights. Looks to be on number 20, Drew Turpin.
Called for a hold on Drew Turpin.
It's going to be his second of the night. Sorry, first, I should say. First of the night. This gave the inbound to Adam Baird.
Adam Baird, fantastic game tonight. So far, 8 points, only 2 fouls. Has been in some foul trouble in the past, but is really dialed in tonight with both his defense and his offense. And it'll be lost by Nick Piper. 10 points so far tonight.
That reminds me of Christian McCaffrey in the Super Bowl.
Oh, big 3 by number 20, Drew Turpins.
Yeah, Turpin's having a great game so far. He's got 14 points for the Knights.
Piper looking to retaliate, get back.
Schmitz,
big 3!
Wow,
baby!
Let it
What a
go.
shot!
A
my
spitting
goodness.
image of Brooke Lopez on the court.
Oh my
That was
Goes by the name
goodness.
Alex Schmidt.
Beautiful, beautiful setup. Nearly an errant pass to the prospect's number 22, Aiden Walter. Prospect looking to retaliate after a massive 3 by Alex Schmitz. Nice lead, 42-40. Oh, just missed that layup.
No
and
foul
an
called.
awkward landing.
Oliver Gray,
Oliver
one-on-one.
Spin and
Spinning from the
Oh my goodness!
Foul called.
Whoa!
And the
my
basket is
goodness.
made. What a play by Oliver Gray.
Put that boy in the spin cycle, count it in the
Oh
foul.
my
2
God.
men on him, 1 in front, 1 in the
I
back.
don't believe what I just saw.
Oliver Gray, what a maniac. Oliver Gray, fantastic job by him as he'll tie up this game. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in this third period. He'll drain his free throw and put the Broncos back on top. Broncos have made this quarter theirs.
The Broncos finally have the lead back when they lost it way back in the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, Broncos on a 13-5 scoring run right now. No, this is great, Charlie. Just like you said, establishing a 3. They've done that
Lifton.
very well. As it's going to be Lifton trying to drive, foul on. It's going to be number 10, Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray a little excited after that. But hey,
Can you blame him?
No, not at all. That was fantastic.
Absolute masterclass performance.
It doesn't happen often, but got to say, Barrington, they have their opportunities to get in the lights and put on a show, and that's exactly what Oliver just did, and exactly what Alec did just a few moments ago.
Yeah, I can agree more.
Prospect, Knights, nearly a wide open layup right there. Decided not to take it, looking for a bigger shot to the big man, Rogers. Rogers looking for a teammate.
As it's
Stolen by Adam Baird, but
No.
it's covered by number
Oh.
3.
That 3 won't go,
We're
though.
call a charge. Adam Baird getting in there.
Nice job by Adam Baird getting in there. Nearly stole the ball.
Frustration shown from the Prospect Knights, but number 32,
Frankie
Rogers,
Pashnari's
has a
third
huge smile
foul.
on his face.
Broncos, so far, a fantastic start to this half and by some fantastic players.
Gotta keep
Oliver
up the
Gray so
momentum.
far 15 points on the night. Alex Schmitz 10. Alex Schmitz 5 and Nick Piper 10. Adam Baird's got 8 too. Talked about him briefly and his quiet presence, but man, he's been in there.
It's going to be pass out there. It's Cantiari. Lifton has some deep threes today. A few of them to count. Walters, top of the key. Going to pass off to Turpins.
Heavy defense from Nick Piper.
Piper, just an outstanding defensive player. Probably one of the best on this team.
Back to 11 for a
Lifton.
deep
Deep
three, and he makes it.
Wow.
Knights will take back the lead on that one.
From where I was sitting, I could not have guessed that ball was going in the hoop.
Not at all. Just 11 points for Lifton. He's having a good game.
Oliver Gray to Adam Baird. Adam Baird driving.
Behind the
On
back!
the
Oh my God!
That's
Tie
disgusting.
game. Just over 2 minutes
Stop
remaining.
it!
The Broncos, more like the Harlem Globetrotters, the way they're putting these guys on skates, putting on a show. Prospect.
Rogers, the big man.
He's immobile.
Coach Tucker yelling out plays, yelling out formations. Lifton
Okay.
wide open. Oh, no.
He called bank.
Lifton has been
He's standing
lights out. 13 points on the night.
Whenever the ball is in his hands, I feel like you almost guarantee that ball is going through the hoop.
Piper, he'll get that.
Great pump fake from Piper, drawing
And
the early
It's
jump.
close. Hey,
Rogers.
Prospect, they've turned on, right?
They have.
I mean,
Prosper has
tie
put
game, but
up enough.
Broncos have the momentum right now as that'll be drained by number 22.
The Prospect Knights
Walter.
are tired of the Barrington Broncos scoring streak, and they are going to put that to an end as they take back the lead, making it 49-47.
It's going to be a push on, looks to be,
Number 22, Aiden Walter.
yeah. Oh, they're going to call on
No.
Ryan Lifton there, number 11, his first of the night.
I have a feeling that this ref is moments away from teching a player up. I could tell it by his shiny head.
It's once again said by Charlie Trapp. Just over a minute remains. Knights lead the Broncos 49-47.
Gray knocks down his first.
Barrington will sub in Ian T-Paz for Gabe Gakin.
As much as I love Coach Tucker, he is a massive presence on that sideline, and he has to be careful with what he says to those refs because they are just itching to throw out anybody.
Oliver Gray knocks down his second free throw. I'm sorry, Charlie. Go on.
No, I've basically finished what I was saying anyway. It's all right.
All right, couldn't miss up the opportunity to call. Fantastic player, making a fantastic shot. Oliver Gray with 17 points on the night.
Just under a minute left in this third quarter.
Going to call a hold on Ian T-Paz right there. T-Paz frustrated with that. Not a fan of the call.
T-Paz just looks tired. I mean, I can't blame him with being frustrated. Couple calls didn't go his way in the first half, and now coming in the second, again, not going his way. Nearly getting tripped there. T-Paz prospect will retain it.
When you look at T-Pass, the average person, when they get tired, they get sloppy. But when you look at Ian T-Pass, that's not the case. When Ian T-Pass gets tired, he gets more aggressive, and that's what's scariest about it. The man is an absolute freak late in the game.
Got to say, he's one of the best at getting around a screen I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's just a hard player, plays very strong, plays with a lot of heart. He's the type of guy that I want on my team.
I think he can contribute some of that to Barrington football. Coming into the season this year, he was not expecting to play, but Brian Tillman goes down with an injury, and he is now the starting tight end for the Barrington Broncos, and he did more than step up. He had an absolute amazing performance as a junior.
10 seconds counting down to finish out this third period. Prospect looking to take it in. The break.
Turpin.
Huge shot.
No good.
Nowhere.
Rogers
the big
puts
man.
it up, got it in. A second left on the clock.
Knights take the lead as we enter our fourth period, but
49 Prospect Knights. What do you have to say about that, Jason?
what do I have to say about that? I'm just a play-by-play guy. Not gonna lie.
I know, but I feel like we're just bragging about how the Broncos were on an absolute scoring streak.
True, but they were down
they
by
were
a lot.
dominating
So that's
that third quarter.
the fact that they
Good
came
point.
back from that much is amazing in and of its own.
True.
But Prospect definitely found themselves again towards the end of that third period.
Yeah, I think Barrington really turned it on this quarter. I thought this was the best quarter they've played. It goes back and forth again, similar to the first quarter. Not a ton of defense. It goes back and forth, but I thought Barrington did very well this quarter. They established a three ball, like you said, Charlie. They've been aggressive on offense, and they've been all right on defense. They've forced a few turnovers. Obviously some shots get knocked down that probably don't get knocked down any other day. But overall, it's not a bad quarter. You're down 2 going into the fourth year. If I'm Coach Tucker, I like where we're at right now. I think you can take this and run with it and turn this game and flip it around very easily.
If I'm Coach Tucker, the only changes I'm making are defensive. Because, I mean, an absolute amazing performance offensively from the Barrington Broncos in that third quarter.
But I'd also like to bring up that, I mean, some of these amazing offensive possessions by the Broncos have come after some pretty devastating just steals or blocks or blunders by prospects. So, I mean, are we looking at luck maybe? I don't know.
You know, I think a few times Barrington just hasn't been that smart or safe with the ball.
Can you say luck when your team's 18-5?
No, I can
Don't
say
get me
luck.
wrong. They've been working their butts off to get here and get back into this game, but I'm just saying there's been a couple blunders by prospect so far this half, and
Lifting deep three
11.
again.
And the first one I think we've seen from him tonight that did not go in.
Correct.
Piper back out. Floor
Put it up,
general.
Piper. Put it up, Piper. Oh, come on, man.
Just trying to get it out. Schmitz, mid and deep range
Splash.
master.
Oh,
Piper won't
gotta
take
get
that
this
wide
three
open.
established.
Gakin won't take that wide open three. I mean, this prospect defense has definitely slowed down quite a bit since the first half.
Great pass.
Gabe from three.
Yay! Oh my goodness.
Bang!
Gabe Gakin.
Putting the
What
Broncos
a
back on
three.
top. Count them up 1, 2, and 3. That's
Hey,
how many points he puts
three
up.
makes threes. What can I say? Broncos take the lead 52-51 at the start of this fourth period.
Just lifting. It's been electric tonight. 13 points for him. Just one behind. Nice leader in points, Drew Turpin. Unfortunately, there's a poke away by Adam Baird.
Love to see it.
Adam
Broncos.
played some great defense tonight.
A little bit of a mismatch with Gabe Gankin on number 22, Aiden Walter.
I was going to say the only problem so far that I'm seeing is Gabe's presence on this court. He's a lot smaller than some of these guys, but he's playing with the same amount of intensity as that'll be lifting in and out.
I'm going to call a foul on number 32, Shavez Rogers.
Going off of what Jason said, yeah, Gabe is a little on the shorter side, but he does not make it seem that way when he's on the court. I mean, the man makes his presence clear and absolutely dominates when he is on the court.
Absolutely. Cole Chapman will enter the game for Chavez Rogers. Nick Piper, floor general, looking for anybody, anything.
Oh, captain, my captain.
Yes. Piper waiting. And, I mean, Oliver's just kind of been tied up quite a bit. I've been looking at Oliver a lot, and when he doesn't have the ball, it'll be a huge push by Adam. Just won't get it. As I was saying, Oliver, he's just kind of been wrapped up. I mean, the prospect defense has just kind of been hanging on, kind of clinching him. I mean, if they were boxing, they'd just be pressing him into the ring. But he's done a pretty good job at getting out and finding his moments that will get around Piper and in for prospect to retake the lead.
Knocked down by Drew Turpin.
Just a slight misstep from Piper causes that basket to drop in.
Adam Baird out to Gabe, back to Piper. And we've seen this a lot with this Barrington team, this kind of around the world action. Oliver Gray trying to put on the spin cycle.
A lot of moves.
What was I just saying? When he gets his moment, he gets in there.
It's
You can't put one singular man on Oliver Gray and expect him not to get around you.
When you're in the paint and you stand at 6'5", it's hard not to be an animal.
Exactly.
6'5", Slim Shady, Oliver Gray.
Misses the layup.
Oh, to be tapped out by Adam Baird.
Oliver's looking for the foul there. Didn't get it, but still got the points anyways.
Jerry Drucker will enter the game for Aiden Walter. Solid moment for this prospect team to get back into it. It's been close. They're going to call a shove on Adam Baird.
I think the prospect Knights are actually in a perfect position when it comes to their lineup right now. They got their star player number 3 and their other star player number 11, both on the court. Number 3 just subbed in. He's full of energy. Number 11, he's been warming up for this fourth quarter, and we're just about to see what happens, what this prospect offense can do.
Lifting in and out. And I mean, we've seen a severe lack of mid and long range shots anybody else on the prospect team
Pachinari
besides
wide open.
Lifton.
Puts it up.
Pachinari knocks it down.
Right as I
Can't
say
hit.
it, might have jinxed it. Number 3, Frankie Pachinari with that massive 3. The
There's
Knights
Oliver
retake the
Gray.
lead.
Dang!
Oh my
Only
goodness!
responds.
Just a slight response from Oliver Gray
Slight?
there.
That was
He
more than
absolutely just wiped the expression off the prospect Knights' faces.
Broncos retake the lead, bouncing back and forth. I don't even know if I should keep saying that every time there's a lead change. I think I've said that like 11 times in the past 5 minutes.
The more you say it, the more the lead it switches.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stop talking. How about that? Prospect. Number 11, Lifton. Number 2, Jerry Drucker. Struggling to find anything open. Huge 3 attempts.
Turpin.
Won't go.
Not in.
Rebounded
Alex
by
Schmitz.
Schmitz.
This is a
Piper. Wide open. Adam Baird. Adam
Oh, no! And
wide
just,
open layup. Just missed.
just shorts it.
Tucker
on
not
the
pleased
layup.
about that, as he should be. Got to make those. Turpins can't hit.
Ooh. When you're putting them wide
Schmitz,
open
rebound
situation
again.
like that, something you got to make. I can understand the frustration coming from Coach Tucker.
Oliver Gray outside, inside.
There it
Whoa!
is. Silky
When he
smooth.
jumps up to put that ball in the hoop, the top of his head is at the rim. It's amazing.
You're just amazed that he doesn't like bounce his noggin off the
Beautiful.
off the backboard. It's
Timeout.
6'5".
Timeout called by Prospect
sophomore.
there. Barrington a 3-point lead, 3:19 to go in the fourth quarter, 59
I mean, we'll bring.
56.
I say we bring this back up. Establish the 3 trap. You know about that.
Can't stress it enough that we have to put those big points on the board. I love how aggressive we're being in the paint, but you can't just win games by pushing the rim. You have to be able to step back, slow the game down, and put some shots up from behind the 3-point line.
Absolutely. I mean, I was more so hinting at they've been putting up 3s, and they've done an excellent job at that.
Special credit to Oliver Gray, who's been absolutely dominating that 3-point line.
Beautiful.
You know?
24 points on the night for him. He's had an exceptional game today. I mean, one of his best of the season. He could go for 30 tonight if he really feels like it.
And I mean, that's something that's not very shocking when you're talking about Oliver Gray, which is, when you say that 30 points isn't shocking, that in itself is shocking.
Yeah. I mean, he holds himself to a high standard. He's a great player. He knows that he's great. And he's still got, the rest of this year and 2 more full years to show out with this program. He had an impact last year on varsity as a freshman. Bigger impact this year. He's going to have an even bigger one next year. Who knows what he's going to do in the future? He's got a bright future, this kid does.
I mean, just look at the size of him as a sophomore. 6'5" as a sophomore. I mean, you have to ask, what are his parents feeding him to get him to grow to this size? I mean, sophomore year 6'5" is something that some people would only dream of.
Yeah. I can speak from experience.
Okay, Stabler. Broncos lead 59-56. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the game. Prospect to take it out first. Prospect. They've been looking for these openings, but Broncos have done a really good job at defending inside the paint and keeping them out from that mid-range to the layup.
I mean, look at Nick Piper. He is chasing the ball all around the court. I am surprised he is not absolutely exhausted yet.
He's an absolute workhorse. Defensively, offensively, he gets it done on both sides.
And he's chasing
Great
around,
player.
and every once in a while
Full
he gets a foul
speed
called on him. But
at all times, and that's what you love to see.
for any opening, once again, looking at this kind of Barrington style of defense of keeping, and that'll be a wide open put up.
Right as I complimented Nick Piper, he makes no mistake.
He's got 18 on the night. Turpins again trying to match Albert Gray here. He's had another very good night for the Knights here.
Alex Schmitz out and around. Oliver Gray far back, push inside,
Passing through 2 minutes.
Piper
and 30 seconds.
inside the paint, puts it up and in to extend the Barrington Broncos lead.
61-58 with just under 2.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Spinorama right there.
Kid's an animal.
Prospect inside the paint. Prospect, big 3 attempt.
No,
won't
sir.
go off the rim. Gabe gets it.
Build that man a house with the bricks that he has made.
He's building a house.
Call that man at Mason. Those bricks. They're going to double team Piper here. Prospect moving into his zone defense in the
Alex Schmidt's wide open under the paint. Prospect pointing him out.
Alex Schmidt
won't
wide
take that
open, didn't
shot.
want it.
They've had several
Adam Baird
chances to
wide
get it
open
to
at the
Alec.
corner.
Alec right under the basket, and they're not getting it to him. Oh, no. Adam fairly open. Gabe.
Nick Piper back to the top of the key is also available.
Prospect zone here. What they're looking to do is they're trying to trap. They're trying to look if they can get an isolation and trap that isolation. If the ball gets stolen right there. But that's what their whole defense is right here. Is they call a timeout. They're looking to get a trap right at the top and give whoever has the ball on Barrington, not give them a chance to pass out, get a turnover. You know, it's a good defensive strategy, but Barrington so far has been able to work around it.
Absolutely. I think it's a good time to look at Ryan Sadler's impact players. I think you might want to change a couple of these, especially tonight. But
you know, I'm glad I'm sticking with Nick Piper. He's been an impact player. He's played very well tonight. 14 points. He's been scoring on offense and he's been an absolute workhorse on defense. You know, Ben Schneider, we did find out he is injured. That's why he's not playing. Otherwise, I think we would have had a great impact. But I'll change that up. Drew Turpins has had an exceptional game. 18 points tonight. He's really shown that he's a leader and a scorer on this prospect team who can get it done, both on the defensive end and on the offensive end. He can shoot the three. He can finish at the rim. He's got the mid-range. He's the type of player that coaches want. He can score at all levels. I think he's had a great game. And Oliver Gray also 24 points. He's matched him very well tonight.
Absolutely. I think it's back in. A minute, 23 seconds remain. Broncos lead by 3. It'll be an interesting moment to see what the Broncos' strategy is here. Are they going to waste clock, hold D, or go for some?
Like ENT pass is going to be subbing in Gabe.
Obviously bringing in a bigger defender for these bigger prospect nights. I think it's important to keep them out of those. There'll be a wide open 3. Won't go.
Rebound.
Adam Baird lands on it.
Dishes it out to Alex Schmidt, who throws it up deep.
Oh, intercepted.
Gray, but it's going to be stolen by number 11 and secured by number 30. Or excuse me, number 20.
Coach Tucker, very upset with that sequence right there. Maybe not the smartest idea to lob it.
Gotta agree with him. When you have the lead, you really just want to slow the game down, hold on to that ball, let your guys get down the court.
Absolutely.
Schmidt's he's a veteran. He's a leader on this team. You should know better than that, you know?
Can't disagree.
The clock will tick under 45 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Push. They're gonna call.
Wow.
Moving screen. Number 2, Jerry Drucker.
Prospect Knights coaches are not happy with that call.
This is a fiery matchup. It's very physical, as Gabe will check in for ENT Paz. I'm starting to see their pattern. They're bringing in Ian for these defensive possessions and bringing back out Gabe, a shifty, small but quick and effective player.
I see exactly what you're seeing, and I think it's a genius move by Coach Tucker because ENT Pass, when it comes to defense, is an absolute animal.
Yeah, you know, I got to concur with that right there. Oh, they're going to
call it. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And Tucker,
I thought for sure that was going to be a shove by Drucker.
Absolutely livid on the side of the court.
Tucker's got to be careful here. He keeps mouthing off like that. He's going to get a T.
And he has to stay off the court. That is a telltale sign for a ref to get that coach out of the game if they keep coming onto the court. And with a big presence like that, it's hard to stay
I don't think you can blame him, though. That was
questionable call, to say the least.
Most definitely.
Questionable to say the least. I would say the most.
Yeah.
Very much look like we don't have replay up here, but
I wish.
Looked like a push off by number 2 Drucker that led to Adam Baird with the double dribble, but we're not on the court. We're not the refs.
You know,
maybe we didn't see something, but
that's back-to-back very questionable calls. First, the moving screen. Second, that double dribble. You know, these refs have been somewhat inconsistent with the calls, you know, on both ends of the floor, for Prospect and for Barrington.
They've been consistently
inconsistent,
as
you could say. Yeah, you know. But 41 seconds left. You just got to be smart. No fouls. Close out. No open threes. You can give up the 2. Just don't foul. Don't put yourself in a situation where they can tie up the game or take the lead here. Just be smart.
I feel like the refs have been a little inconsistent, but obviously you can't blame everything on the refs because there are many errors made by both teams. Obviously, that could have been.
Oh, I mean, definitely. I mean, both teams have well over eight fouls. Knights have 9 fouls on the night so far. It's they're putting them in these situations, but the calls aren't exactly reflecting a great ref crew, umpire crew here tonight.
Yeah.
Games are not won and lost because of refs. Games are won and lost because of mistakes that are made and shots that are missed. You can easily go back or shots that are not taken. And if they're missing a wide open layup,
Puts you up 2 possessions. If ends up winning this game by 1, that is one that you want to have back. That's just a bad miss.
Absolutely. As Gabe will stay in the game after that timeout. Three by Lifton.
And it's made. Tie game. Nick Piper has the ball.
Down, and
let's see if the playmaker
right here, it might be
find
time just to
something.
take it into OT
10 seconds.
if I'm Tucker.
Looking to make something happen. Dishes out to Adam Baird. Adam Baird. Baird stops.
Looking.
Whistle blown.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Coach Tucker.
Didn't like what he saw.
4 seconds remaining, but Barrington is in a prime position if they can get out quick.
I don't
They
know.
can put up a shot. Just saying.
Tucker's.
That was, in my opinion, that was probably not the ideal time to call a timeout. You should have done it earlier or not at all.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
Well,
that.
I think he might have been
Either-
motioning at the ref that he wanted a timeout
That's
the
true.
second they got the ball, and they just didn't give it to him
That's
until
true.
later.
That's true.
So that might be what happened, and that's why he's so livid right now. That's my guess.
You're in that weird slot
Because he was
time.
on the court actually when they were taking it down. Like, I'm guessing motioning timeout. So
He has 4.7 seconds left on the clock, which is a weird amount of time. Not enough time to make a full play happen,
but also,
but you have plenty of time to get a shot.
yeah, it's not an immediate catch and shoot opportunity, but like you said, not enough time to get a full playoff.
Exactly.
You have to run something out. Whatever he's on now, it's going to be a quick pass, in, maybe a dribble and a shot. But
It
they
should
don't
be-
have to chuck up a 3 here.
It should be a pass and a shot or a pass shot. It should, and you should not think twice about it.
They
You
might not
don't
even have enough
to
time
think.
for a pass, and then a shot. It's likely going to be a pass and a shot. But we'll have to see what he's drawing up here. It's going to be an interesting end here.
it could be.
Yeah.
It's a very even matchup. Both teams are playing prospects are playing very physical, and that physical teams tend to play better against Barrington just because Barrington has that kind of high efficiency, very quick, like room for a lot of mistakes if some things aren't executed properly. And I think prospects in a lot of these bigger, more physical teams have definitely taken advantage of that. So that
Arguably the most correct thing I've heard all night.
4.7 seconds remaining game.
See what if the
Gabe
Broncos make something happen.
anything.
And Big Piper! Big Piper! 3 seconds left on the clock. There's 3 seconds left on the clock. The game
There's time on the
is
clock,
not over.
But that is a huge play by Nick
Oh my
Piper.
goodness.
Absolute breakdown on defense by the Prospect Knights.
Maybe too quick to jump to conclusions.
Got wide,
I definitely
I mean-
did, but wow.
The pass got to him. No one was around it. Just a simple jump, layup, and that was it.
So we go 3 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. Broncos up to 63-61. So take the court here. Prospect on their baseline. Jerry Drucker to inbound. Let's see what they have.
Alec Schmitz is just going to be playing deep, just looking for a cherry
Inbounded.
pick. 3
Time
seconds,
ticking.
2
One.
seconds, 1 second.
Big
Shut
shot.
up. Not
Will
good.
not
Big
go.
foul.
Block.
Oliver fouls right there. That's a smart play right there. Not going into the bonus at all. It's the 4th team foul.
And a hold called on Oliver Gray. You know, when you're this late in the game, you can't put that ref in that position where he has to make that call.
No.
A little questionable.
Lifting for
Huge
3.
shot in the air.
It's been good all
No
night.
good.
Will not go. Broncos. Barrington
secured their win.
wins.
63-61. And, I mean, could you ask for a better game tonight?
No, I mean, that is just exceptional. Beautiful play all night long by Barrington. They battled back from down to as many as 11. Overall, just you couldn't ask for a better game. You really could not.
Absolutely. I mean,
Nick Piper, great finish right there. You know, he gets the ball, puts it up, and gives him the lead. Basically gives him the win right there. I mean, anything else to add?
Prospect, huge props to them. I mean, they played a very physical, very defensive-minded game, and Prospect did a great job. They did for a long time, and really it was only Barrington coming back kind of that second half. And again, we saw that very equal back and forth between them that fourth quarter, and it just capped off with Nick Piper putting up that swift layup from the inbound by Gabe Dakin, and Prospect just couldn't get it done. Not much else to say.
Really just great night, great for the Broncos. And now they move on to the playoffs. This is great momentum they can take into the playoffs here. You know, they'll find out who they play in regionals next week. But until then, this is a great win. Just carry over that momentum.
Absolutely.
For my first game commentating, I could not ask for a more interesting game. I mean, just absolute, just entertainment on the court tonight.
Entertainment.
Just pure entertainment between both teams. A 4-quarter war. Coming back from a slight deficit in the second quarter, the Barrington Broncos make an absolute massive. Thank you for checking in